Hey, it's Nerf Tech, and I'm doing the Extreme Long Range mod for the Nerf Sharp Shot Dart Tag. It's a fairly old Nerf gun. I think it came out in like 2010, and this thing does not shoot good. I got it at a Goodwill for a couple of bucks, and I used to have one, but I didn't reinforce one part, so it broke, and I found another one, and these things shoot probably 20 feet. Just not good. Even with Whistlers, which are the darts it's meant for, even with Elites, it gets probably at least 30 feet. So now, I don't know if it's just my other one, but after I modded it, it shot 60 to 70 feet. So I'm hoping this one is. And here's the stuff you'll need. You'll need a Dremel, a pair of needle nose pliers, and what really makes this good is you need a long shot front gun spring, which comes out of a long shot front gun, or you could use a Nerf Scout spring, but we're going to be placing that inside the original spring to do enough compression to act as an upgrade spring. It works really well. You'll need a couple of screwdrivers and a hammer. So let's take this apart. Okay, so I got the blaster apart, and it's fairly easy. There's 5 screws in this yellow piece, and it comes off, which makes it a lot easier for painting. I'm probably going to paint it later. Then you've got your priming slide. That has 3 screws, then it comes off into 2 pieces. Also does this. So a lot of different pieces, shells for painting, which is always a good thing. Thing doesn't want to open. Okay, I got it. Oh, I forgot to get this screw up here. Okay, it should open. I guess I forgot a screw. Okay, so then this comes off. It has 1, 2, 3, 5 screws. And here's your internals for your Nerf Sharp Shot. They're really basic, a really simple design. And it'd be really hard to get this mixed up where parts go, because your trigger goes right here. Your catch mechanism will fall right and down into this piece, and that's what catches the plunger when it goes back. And so those come out, your dart holder, and then your barrel, then your plunger, and already this has a really good seal. And it does have an air release hole right there, right by that little piece of plastic sticking out. There's a hole underneath, so we'll have to tape that up. And the spring on this is super weak. I mean, it's not a strong spring, but when we put this in, it has a little bit more, and that's what we want. So what you want to do is you want to take, and I'm actually going to wipe off all this grease. Okay, so there's this air restrictor in the back, and what the air restrictor does is stops air from going in. So you can see that when I do this, it stops air, but when I put it in a dart, it lets air through. With that, there's a lot of dead space in here where the air restrictor goes, because the dart only goes in this far, which this is all just air, so the air has to go around everything. So we're going to take that out, and I'll be back when I do. Okay, so I took and dremeled out the air restrictor. The Dremel bit I'm using looks something like this. It's got a point on it, and then it's sort of like a screw but made for cutting, and in this case it works out really good because last time I tried with my other one with pliers, I was trying to grab them and twist them out. I broke a piece where the O-ring goes off, so it wasn't a really good seal. But once you do that, you can mostly just take some pliers, and a Dremel's really necessary while doing this, and then you can just rip it out. And here's the back piece to your air restrictor, which has a spring, and then the rest of your air restrictor should come out. Let me put this. Okay, so here's this. That just should come right. Ah, okay, I guess it doesn't want to come out. Okay, so it's going to be a little bit, but this should come out. Okay, now I think we've got to start hammering. So this is the part where you start having to use a hammer. Now, where'd my screwdriver go? You just want to take and get your screwdriver down. You want to take out every bit of the air restrictor. So this will take a little while, so I'll just pause the video. Okay, so I finished taking out the air restrictor. So now you can see straight through. And I've wrapped about 1.5 layers of Teflon tape underneath the O-ring to give it a better seal. So now that it's a little bit better, because it'll have to take more, it'll have to have a better seal now that the air restrictor's gone. And now I'm going to tape up the hole in the plunger. Okay, so you want to fill that hole with some tape or hot glue or anything really, as long as it plugs in, and then I might put on another layer of Teflon tape towards the end. But then after that, then how you put the spring in is you just take it, mostly like this, and then just lay it back in. And now I'm going to put it back together and show you how far it shoots. Okay, I almost forgot, but how you reinforce these, you can take some PVC, and right here is where it breaks, right where the catch mechanism is. Right by here, this piece of plastic usually gives out because of the spring, so you want to take like some PVC so that it can't bend and break, so then you just want to tape that down. Okay, so I got the blaster back together, and it's shooting really hard. With Elite Darts, I just had shut it off because I didn't know I had one. But I had to mess with it, so I did take some off and some on. So you probably just want to eventually just take and just figure out how good the seal is. But if you push the dart in, you want to push it in all the way to where the tip's like that, and it's shooting, I'd say, at least 60 feet. I might have to put in a heavier spring, but it's shooting okay, and it won't get a catch. And not as good as the other one that I had, but it's okay for now. I'll probably have to upgrade the spring. But this is my mod guide for the Nerf Sharp Shot. Thanks for watching.